Am I the a-hole for initiating a divorce while my wife is in the hospital after a car accident?
Ooh, baby.
That's called timing, my friends. And this comes from Mediocre Blue Jay 555, who says, my wife had 2 kids before we got married, and they have an actively involved father. We have had 2 children of our own. My wife is a terrible driver, but she refuses to acknowledge this. She has been in multiple accidents and even had her license suspended, not for a DUI or anything, just because she's a crappy driver.
Oh my God.
That's not great.
That's, yeah. Stay off the road.
Stay off the road. Get a chauffeur.
Or, use public transport.
True.
Depending on where you are.
Love that. She will do stuff like reach into the back seat to deal with the kid rather than...
Oh my God. I'm just imagining she's like, hold on a minute. Hold on a minute.
I don't know about you guys. That was always like the most terrifying thing.
Well, when you're watching
childhood.
Yeah. Especially, or like when I'm watching movies where characters are in a car and they start looking at the person next to them. And I just immediately think that there's about to be a car crash.
Yes, same.
And sometimes there's not. Sometimes they're just like having a conversation. I'm like, look at the road.
Yeah,
same.
A lot of car scenes,
Yeah.
I feel like a car accident's about to happen. I just look away.
Yeah. And they don't actually have a car accident. They're just like trying to have a conversation with the other character. And I'm like, this is not safe.
I was talking about like basically getting in trouble and your parents like look at you in the rearview mirror, like turn around.
Oh.
I never even considered that. Now I'm going to think about that all the time. We had a conversation about this the other day about airplanes, but I digress. I freaking digress. We got a story to read. Woo. So she will do stuff like reach in the back seat to deal with a kid rather than pull over or let me or one of the older kids deal with it. She got T-boned in August of last year because she took her foot off the brake at a red light to pick up my son's soother pacifier,
yeah.
I believe, that had fallen out. Thank you, Sophia.
You got it.
She didn't put the car in park.
Oh my God.
Thankfully, only she was injured.
Oh my God.
Only her was hurt. Thank God. She was.
Oh,
it was
Lord.
terrible for her, but it was great.
Lord.
Her or the kid? Which one would you pick?
I mean, it was her fault.
I mean, if you have to pick one, well,
Presumably,
I guess kids
she's
heal
a little,
fast.
That's true. I was about to say, I was like, she could heal faster, but no.
Yeah, no, like adults, but
Yeah, but still,
the adults, I guess.
Yeah,
But
the person at fault. I
Yeah.
mean, if anyone has to get hurt.
if it's someone,
preferably no one.
if it's a
gets hurt.
crazy hypothetical. So thankfully, only she was injured. All 4 kids were in the car. I've had it. I told her that she is welcome to endanger herself and her kids.
Oh my God.
Yoinks. But that if I am in the car or if our children are in the car, she will keep her eyes on the road and her hands on the steering wheel.
Wait, hold up. How long have they been married? Because I feel like those kids should be his kids now.
Yeah, like what's going on here? So my wife had 2 kids before we got married, and they have an actively involved father. We have 2 children. of our
Oh, okay.
own.
So he probably doesn't have as close of a relationship with them. But still, I mean, like,
Possibly not.
just say you're welcome to endanger yourself, but don't endanger the kids. I
Yeah.
probably would have said it like that.
Like I feel like just any children.
Any children shouldn't be
Period.
endangered.
Because that's typically what you say. You're like, listen, if you want to be crazy in a way that endangers
Yeah.
yourself, I can't stop you, but don't endanger other people.
Yeah.
At large, children, adult, anything like that.
Anyone's children should not be endangered, preferably.
She is finally at the point in her rehab, physical rehab, I believe, where she can drive again. I reminded her of what I said. I told her that I loved her. I said that her older kids were important to me.
Not that important, I guess.
Yeah. And that I loved them too. But I told her that if she ever decided to do some stupid crap while driving, our relationship would be over. And I would make it part of our divorce that she would not be allowed to drive my kids in the car.
Someone said, I didn't see who it was, but someone said she should get a Tesla. And then I can drive her.
That's true. We've seen how it's worked for Sam.
Yeah.
So he is still alive.
He is
For now.
still alive.
For now.
Save our boy.
Yeah.
She started crying and said she didn't do it on purpose. I asked her how exactly she took her hands off the wheel, took off her seatbelt, and took her foot off the brake and turned around to pick up the pacifier by accident. She said that I'm treating her like an idiot.
It's not treating you like an idiot. You just...
She said it, not me. I don't think I am. My children have to be safe. Look,
Yeah.
when it comes to the point where children are in danger,
Yeah.
you yeah, people's feelings are kind of
irrelevant.
Oh yeah, there you go. Before you ask, I try and do as much of the driving as I possibly can. I have stopped drinking when we go out. I traded in my car that I loved for an SUV so there's room for all of us. I offered to pay for Uber so she didn't have to actually drive if I wasn't available, which is a fantastic solution if they have it available.
Great. Yeah.
She actually likes driving. Why?
No.
If you can have someone pay for your Uber, why?
It's like if she like loved cooking, but she also burnt the house down every time she
yeah. She just starts a fire that burns.
There's always a fire. She's like, no, but I love it. Sophia,
if you had a magical curse where you lit the ceiling on fire every time, would you give up cooking? See? Got him. Her ex and her parents are on my side. He also told her that if she ever thinks about endangering his kids, and he would either go for full custody or ask that she be barred from driving with his kids in the car.
Oh, the ex is on his side too.
Because
he's endangering his kids.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Everyone's
kids are being endangered.
Except for the wife. Hide your kids from your wife because she's driving out here. That was pretty good. Gotta pat myself on the back sometimes. Her parents have threatened to stop helping her pay for her stupid high insurance premiums. Her car insurance premium is so
Through
high.
The roof.
Her parents have nice. Like through the roof, like of a car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is just saying
that her parents have to pay for it. This woman has like 4 children. Well, I guess she could use any financial aid she can get.
Yeah.
But we do have some relevant comments, but I'm going to stop right here. So basically, again, to break it down, basically a ultimatum, a structure, a deal, if you will, of like, hey, if you keep driving my kids and putting them in danger, I'm going to divorce you. Oh, and as part of the divorce, make it so that way you can't drive my kids at all.
Yeah. I think that's fair because she's actively endangering the kids, and yeah, there should be consequences for that.
Yeah, I think this is something that's like one, the wife has proved that she cannot be trusted with this because it's happened like over and over. Everyone in the family acknowledges it.
Yeah. Even the ex. Everyone's on the same page except for her.
Exactly. So I think she's like kind of like lost that right. 2, there is a perfectly reasonable alternative of her being driven everywhere.
Yeah.
In Ubers.
There's already another option that she refused.
Like there's a perfect option. So it's like it can on the surface seem kind of biting. And I was like, okay, let me take a second to think about it. Cause it's like, the dude is like, divorce, if you won't stop driving, I'll divorce you. But actually, it's really.
Yeah, I think it is reasonable given the fact that she has been in multiple car accidents with the kids in the car.
Yeah.
And in OP's mind, he's like, either I divorce her or something worse happens to my kids. They get in an accident that they don't walk out of.
It's like if someone is like addicted to like climbing mountains or skyscrapers and they keep like falling and hurting themselves. And you're like, I'm going to leave you if you don't stop doing this. It's like, it's completely unnecessary.
Yeah.
You don't need to do, and given now, if OP couldn't afford the Ubers, like, okay, maybe a different scenario had to happen, but it's there.
It's that option.
The solution is right in front of our freaking faces.
Yeah.
But guys, there's more. We got some relevant comments from the story. So, first relevant comment from Jaguar Zealous Deal 55, who says she started crying. This is, I believe, quoting the story. She started crying and said she did do it on purpose. I asked her how exactly she took her hands off the wheel, took off her seatbelt, took her foot off the brake, turned around to pick up the pacifier by accident. She said, I'm treating her like an idiot. I don't think I am. My children have to be safe.
So it doesn't matter if you didn't do it on purpose or not. You can like
the consequences are
end
still
someone's life not on purpose, and you still have to own up to it.
The consequences are what matters here, not the intention or whatever else behind it. Jaguar says, well, what does she expect? She is behaving like an idiot, to be honest. Her intention, doing it on purpose or not, is not relevant here. Boom. She shouldn't be driving at all since she's putting other people at risk, but clearly she shouldn't drive the children. This at least you can demand. And last, Barron says, there comes a point where intentionality as a concept sort of breaks down. Yes, maybe she's having the subjective experience of not feeling like she's doing it on purpose. I don't know. But she has been presented with such an overwhelming amount of evidence and testimony from her own family that her actions are endangering herself and her kids, that any reasonable person and plenty of unreasonable ones would have gotten the message. If she doesn't believe it, then it's on her. In a way, it's actually worse if a person is so deeply delusional that this degree of evidence is available and she still doesn't feel at fault. She's just straight up dangerous and probably in way more scenarios than just this one.
Mm-hmm. This is why you get, arrested if you text while you're driving.
Exactly.
Distracted driving.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't, there's some people that drive distracted. There's some people that don't secure themselves safely when they drive.
People don't wear their seatbelts.
Some people don't wear their seatbelts while they're driving. How far do you have to be to not see that your actions are causing this? What else in your life are you this delusional about? Yeah, if it what else is there? Is this
have consequences?
Is this the the glass breaking?
Yeah.
That causes OP to see oh, actually there's a ton of stuff
this is a pattern, not just, an exception.
Janet in Spain says you're treating her like an idiot because now, hear me out here, she's an idiot. There it is. What mature, responsible adult pulls that crap while driving? If losing her license and being in multiple accidents isn't enough to show her that she has a serious problem, I doubt your threat will either. Every time she does one of these stupid actions, she is intentionally harming her kid or potentially harming. She could have fixed this long ago. She's just too lazy and in denial to do anything about it, which is crazy because the solution is the laziest thing ever. Have other people drive you. You and her ex should both put your foot down. No more driving unless she is the only person in the car, period. No exceptions. Any breach of this agreement will be grounds for leaving. By giving her chances, you're continuing to endanger your kids. Not the a-hole, but don't let this slide. But there's more to the story. So first off, the judgment was not the a-hole on this story so far. So getting into this update, which is 7 weeks later, my wife was involved in a single vehicle accident. She was seriously injured, but thank goodness no one else was in the car with her. I've spoke to her about her driving habits and I warned her. I went to see her in the hospital and then I went to a lawyer. Here we go. Wait, so this is...
So she was in a car accident. And
another
she was seriously
one.
Injured. Another car accident.
I thought he was talking about the first one
where she was probably unbuckled.
I am also going for full custody with only supervised visitation for her. I am sick to death of her driving habits and I will not wait for her to injure or one of our kids with her BS. Mm-hmm. I feel bad for doing this while she's in the hospital and facing charges, but I can't take any more chances on her.
Starting at the initial, our initial decision based off the title, he really won me over. I was very against OP based off the title and
horrendous title.
Yeah, I was like, wow, he sucks, but no. Contextually,
you're
fully on his side.
Divorce your wife while she's in the hospital.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he and I think what OP did, he said it point blank clear. I am going to divorce you if this happens again. If you drive our kids again, let alone get in an accident, which she did.
Were the kids in the car for this accident?
Let me double check. I think
either way, it doesn't really make a difference of whether or not he would divorce her.
Yes.
But yeah.
My wife was involved in a single vehicle accident. She was seriously injured, but thank goodness no one else was within the car. So the kids were not in there. Yeah. Still, it's like you're still being reckless. You're still getting in accidents. Thank God. Honestly, this is now legally she won't be able to.
Legally, she will not be able to drive.
Why would you be so fixated on this?
I don't understand.
As the wife,
is there something going on with her?
Yeah. Yeah. Is
Like
there some
brain
sort
wise?
of is there some sort of mental fixation?
Yeah.
Like
Does she need to go to the doctor for this?
Like get true medical treatment to because it is at the point where it's like you're literally throwing your life away.
Yeah.
Your marriage to your husband, your children,
your life
for driving.
Yeah.
When you could be chauffeured everywhere?
Yeah. If I was cooking and every time I cooked, I horrendously burned myself and my other option was someone would make me food every day.
For free?
For free, yeah.
For you? Yeah.
Yeah, because this is the option of the Uber.
What about, okay, you don't get burned every time, but basically the flames go crazy. Like you're in a like near burn, near injury experience every time, but sometimes you get injured, sometimes you don't.
Okay, yeah. And my other option is someone pays for me to eat or like cooks for me every night.
Or,
easy.
Okay. If we're going by that, let's say you use the washing machine and your clothes isn't working, but whenever your friend does it, it works perfectly.
Yep.
Shouldn't someone do your laundry then?
What a setup. Riley,
I'm just saying, if we're going
Did
by
you
that
break the
logic.
washing machine again?
So, little story. Our washing machine's been broken every time I use it. Don't know why. No clue.
It's literally every time Riley uses it.
So, if we're going by that logic, someone should then do my laundry so it doesn't break.
But no one's offered that. In this scenario, someone's offered to cook me.
If anything, if we're following your logic, it should be someone should just press the button to start it.
Yeah.
I've asked people to do that and they still won't do it.
Well,
I don't trust your clothes.
What do you mean my clothes?
They've got like bad vibes, you know?
Ouch. No, I really like my clothes.
No,
I
there's
think your
nothing
clothes are
wrong
great.
with your clothes, but the vibes of your clothes don't mesh with the.
I feel like saying the vibes of your
washing
clothes are bad is equivalent to saying that your clothes are bad.
No,
Thank you.
like the
vibes of your clothes are colorful. How do you feel about that?
No, that's not what I mean. I'm saying that the vibes of your clothes don't mesh with the washing machine.
Oh, my clothes in the washing machine have bad vibes?
Yes.
You just said that. You just said my clothes have bad vibes.
Spiritual aura of the washing machine and
your clothes don't match
align.
up. That's what I'm saying.
So maybe someone should help me by putting them in there.
It is so important. No, just kidding.
Oh boy.
Yes. So
yes, I heard a yes.
getting back to it, we're in agreement with OP doing this.
Yeah.
Is
that the end of the story?
We do have a few quick relevant comments. So let's close this bad boy
And then we
out.
have someone that would like to give their piece of mind.
Oh, let's go.
Wow.
Excited for that. So, comments, M Joker says, not the a-hole. I remember your last post to protect yourself and your kids. OP, I can't believe it happened this quickly. I'm glad none of the kids were with her. M Joker says in response, I definitely understand that. Has she said anything about this new accident? Realized that she has a problem. If I remember right, she was very upset about you stating that she should not drive with the kids in the car anymore. OP, she left some paperwork in the back seat, so she parked. Then she went to grab it. Unfortunately, she left the car in gear and stepped on the gas and drove into a canal by the mall. I'm just done. Wow. Stuffer Knee says, so even after she caused the accident last time, reaching for the pacifier, she still managed to do nearly the same maneuver, reaching in the back seat for something without ensuring the car is properly parked and causing another accident. She's a lost cause. They need to permanently take away her license, which I totally agree with, by the way.
Yeah.
She's a danger to herself and every single person on the road, pedestrian or driver. Not the a-hole OP. Keep your kids safe. Let the ex-husband know your plans and the situation as well. I'm sure he's going to want to push forward on his custody fight as well after this. If her parents are still on your side, make sure to keep their line open for the kids too. And a friendle says, not the a-hole. You told her what you needed from her to keep your marriage intact and give you peace of mind. The consequences of ignoring you is on her.
Yeah.
Yes, I agree.
Agreed.
I think I'm feeling the same, but you know who
Agreed.
might not be feeling the same is this caller.
Whoa.
This spam community member. Do we know who we're talking with?
Yes.
Yes.
Love Bubbles.
Love Bubbles. Let's freaking go.
Hello, Love Bubbles.
Love Bubbles.
No.
Hey. Hey, what's good? Okay, so.
It's so weird because the video is lagging, so I can't even see that you're calling it.
Oh, no.
Okay, but you can hear us. Everything's good?
Yes, I can hear you.
Great.
Everything's
Oh,
good.
and if you're watching the YouTube lags. I would probably actually shut that off. It might get complexing to the brain. So, talking about the story, OP made the ultimatum and followed through with the promise of, hey, if you get into a wreck, I will divorce you. Do you agree with that?
I definitely agree with that. Like at some points, it's like sometimes you're just real tired and it's just that kind of day. But at that point to do it over and over and over again, like she's just not connecting like, hey, this is a moving vehicle. Stop.
Yeah.
And like, let's take like a less serious scenario. Let's say you have a partner and they are doing something maybe less severe, like endangering the lives of your children, but still like, you know, annoying, frustrating, something you don't want them to do. What do you think is like a good approach to go to your partner and say like, hey, I want you to stop doing this? Do you like do almost like a light ultimatum where if like, hey, if you keep doing this, then, you know, we'll break it off? Or like, what do you think is a good approach generally for like approaching a partner with something like this?
Definitely OP did the good thing about talking to them about it first.
Yeah.
I mean, they had to talk to them multiple times, but definitely communication is top. It's key. Ultimatums are hard, but at that point, OP really had to do one. Like, it wasn't even just her life at risk. It was consistently happening for some reason with kids in the car.
Yeah.
And it was just weird to see that. I mean, I'm a child who just happened to be in like 97% of my mom's car accidents, somehow surviving. I don't know if that was the universe saying, hey, we like you, or dang, we missed.
Hopefully,
The first one.
yeah, definitely the first one. I was also about to say, hopefully this story was not with you involved.
Oh no, this wasn't my story.
Very good. Okay, that's
good
great.
On those kids for still kicking it, but
there we go. Let's go.
Honestly, it's definitely important that you talk to your partner, because partner, friend, sometimes dog, all the things in between, like these are lives. And
yeah,
even just an ultimatum. I think it was a couple of weeks ago, Riley had put up something in the community post and in Discord, like, hey, what are your biggest pet peeves? This, or this. And it's just like, pet peeves get really, really frustrating to the point that it's just like, all right, stop or I'm gonna leave.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's honestly a thing of like, it might not be the pet peeve itself of like, you know, leaving dishes out or whatever. It's really the respect of like, hey, if your partner comes to you, communicates like, hey, this is something that bothers me, and there's like at least not like signs of improvement and like working on it and like actually caring. That's like just disrespecting your partner at the end of the day at that point.
100%.
So
exactly.
Yeah. Good point.
And just imagine if in Sophia's case, just your sibling doing it over and over again.
Yeah.
I'm sure by now, like, Sam would have a shoe print on his head if he kept doing something over and over again to annoy Sophia.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
You listen, you guys don't want to smoke with Sophia.
You don't want it.
That's what I'm telling you. Love Bubbles, it was lovely chatting with you. Thanks for chatting, and have a great rest of your day.
I do have one question.
Okay, go ahead, Riley.
Love Bubbles,
Yes.
your Discord profile pic is you and a rooster. You have a pet rooster?
I do not. I have pet quails, but that was the closest thing I could find, and they're much quieter than a rooster.
Yeah.
But it matches for the parakeet.
Have you eaten, like, people eat like quail eggs, right? Have you eaten a quail egg?
I have not. My mom is on that road where she like lives by it, just saying like, it's amazing, you have to try it. But I'm like, Mom, they're staring at me. I can't do this.
They're judging
I can't
me.
do it. Wow, that's incredible. Well, Love Bubbles, thank you so much for chatting with me. Great to put a voice to the name for such an incredible community member. So thanks for chatting.
Thank you. Thank you. Until next time.
Of
All
course.
right, bye.
See ya. Bye. Very good. Good point about like even outside of like dangerous scenarios, when someone just keeps, when a partner just keeps doing something, they're not respecting you at a certain point. You know, it's like it goes beyond the like the pet peeve or like whatever the
inconsiderate. Yeah.
Inconsiderate.
Absolutely.
Could you be considerate to us and do us the absolute favor, the delight of reading a story to us?
100%. I will have to depart in 20 minutes, but I've already got Sam lined up to continue this story.
We're good to go.
So I'll read you however much I can.
Actually, maybe I should read the story then.
Sure.
Let's do that. Sure. Let's do that.
Double or nothing.
So that way, Sophia can just... My husband hid having lunch with a coworker and said my food was tasteless. What do I do?
Divorce him.
Divorce. Sophia, if your partner said your food is tasteless?
Divorce.
Divorce.
If I haven't said beforehand, well, because I do set up my food a lot. I'm like, oh, there's, you know, it's not the best I could have done, or like there's something wrong with it. So if I haven't said beforehand that there's something wrong with it, and then they go to my face and say it's tasteless.
Done. So
done.
This comes from Throwaway Lunch, who says, context, I'm 38 female, husband is 38 male, and coworker is 25 female. I want this to be quick. I feel really weird about this, and I'm on the verge of asking for separation. So I've been with my husband for 15 years, married for 11. Amazing relationship, small bumps, of course, but nothing like this. I've always made lunch for my husband to take to work. Adorable. And up until a little over a month ago, that was fine. Middle of March, he said that a new Turkish food stand opened up outside his office and that he had been eating lunches there instead because they were good. All right, no problem. So he completely stopped asking for lunches. I had maybe packed 5 during this time frame for him, but I'm not even sure he was eating them now. So on Thursday, I was at home working and I had a phone call from him. I thought he was calling during his lunch, but he butt dialed me instead. Put an ICU in the comments. I feel like there's some information that is going to be accidentally revealed.
No.
Bum, bum, bum. At first, I didn't hear much, just him talking to someone, and I was about to hang up until I heard a woman's voice.
No.
I wouldn't say I'm a jealous person, but I was a little bit curious, so I muted my call at work and listened. It was just standard conversation at first. He was praising this woman's cooking a lot.
What a horrible time to be a butt dial.
Sophia, would you rather someone, you're dating someone.
Yeah.
Would you rather them heavily comment on another woman's looks behind your back? Like, oh my God, you're so beautiful, da, 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 or heavily comment on another woman's cooking behind your back?
Looks. People are better cooks than me,
but
I am not the best cook in the world.
But a lot of people say the best way to a man's heart is through his stomach.
Well, I mean, hopefully he likes me still, and he just likes her cooking more. Definitely, yeah. If he's like, this woman is way more gorgeous than my partner, I'd be more hurt than.
Babe, you should have seen her. That would be bad. Which, of course, made me realize that he was eating lunch that this coworker made. I was a bit peeved, but there's an explanation. Surely, right? Although that went out the effing window when she said, is it better than your wife?
She knows what she's doing. She knows.
To which he replied, oh yeah, without a doubt. I mean, it's not tasteless for starts.
Damn. This man.
Buddy, old pal, old friend.
This man. I also don't think I would say that to other people about my partner.
Right.
Even if it was tasteless. Even if they were a bad cook. One, you should be cooking for yourself if you don't like the food. Because, like, why can't you do it? They're doing a nice thing.
Put your big boy pants on.
Yeah.
And make some food.
Yeah. Stop getting your food from elsewhere.
Come on. Followed by laughing. He says all this. He's like, oh yeah, without a doubt. I mean, it's not tasteless for start. Shut up before I beat your face with my fists. First of all, what the F is that supposed to mean? 15 years of cooking and now he has a complaint? And not even to me, but some coworker? Some 25-year-old? 10 years younger? Also, that absolutely isn't innocent on her end, right? I'm not crazy in thinking that's so weird. Why even bring me up?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Like she's not even there. Why are you gossiping?
Like so, like a reasonable thing could be like, oh hey, I made this new dish. Like, oh, do you like the food? How does it taste?
Why do you have to compare it at all? Like, why couldn't
Literally.
you have just said, yeah, as you said, why couldn't you just say, I liked your food?
I feel like if you're comparing it, it only comes with malicious intent.
Comparison is the thief of joy.
That's true. That's true. And this woman is the thief of your husband.
What?
Boom. Heck yeah. Anyways, I raised hell. End of the call. Send him a message not to worry about my tasteless cooking anymore. And that he can eat from the bin from now on. Take that, sucker. Yeah. That's right.
Yeah. Just hit.
Anyways, he has apologized and said that he loves my food.
Liar.
And that was just to seem cool in front of his coworker.
Why does he need to seem cool in front of her?
Why does here's what I would ask. Why does trashing me equal seeming cool?
Well, yeah, that. 2 questions. Why do you need to seem cool in front of this coworker? Because you're trying to flirt with her.
Boom. So many
Naughty,
questions.
naughty boy.
So many questions. Stinky man.
Stinky.
I asked why he lied about where he was getting his lunch from, and he said that he initially did get it from that stand, but the coworker started offering, and he didn't want to tell me because he thought I would get jealous. Yeah, can you blame me? So I have been airing him since. I'm still pissed, to be honest. I haven't made him lunch or dinner, only for myself since he said he dislikes it so much. He said today that he's apologized and that I shouldn't keep punishing him, but I'm literally an inch from going to my mom's. I have a suitcase with my clothes packed under our bed, ready, quick.
I want to say it like this. Obviously, this is not physical cheating. However, this coworker is taking time out of her day to, for free, cook for OP's husband or boyfriend? Husband.
Of married 11 years, been together for 15.
Time, effort, and focus, like sole focus on OP's husband, which presumably she's not doing this for anyone else in the office.
Mm-hmm.
Looking at that, very clear to me that she is interested in him, especially making the comment, oh, is it better than your wife's?
Yep.
And so if I were a person in a relationship and someone was doing this to me, I would feel very uncomfortable.
Super uncomfortable.
And try to distance myself from that person because they're obviously trying to make a move on,
I'd be gone and I'd tell my partner.
I would so tell my partner.
Yeah.
He's saying, oh, well, I thought you would be jealous. Absolutely. And she has the right to be.
Yes.
Because you are obviously it's not cheating, but it is being disloyal in a way.
But here's the question. Do you leave?
I don't fault OP for leaving. I think there's a world where they could talk it out, but it is a large show of disrespect.
Yeah.
I don't know. Would you?
I think not. I definitely think that.
I think there's a world where you can work it out.
Yeah, and I think that especially married for
11 years. I think there's a world where they can work it out. This is not maybe end of the relationship if this was like boyfriend girlfriend of a year. I think 11 years married does slightly change the circumstances.
As your brother says in his golden rules.
Yeah.
Or his what is it? His prediction tool.
Yeah.
His prediction tool. The longer you're married,
yeah,
the more likely to work out because you have, more history together and all of that jazz. So
indeed.
Yes. I think I wouldn't leave.
I wouldn't falter. I just think that with the marriage thing, I think first therapy.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think the husband has a lot of work in apologizing to do.
Yeah.
And he's like, I don't feel like he's taking full. He's like, stop punishing me. I'm like,
yeah, that's not a great start.
Not taking accountability. Dad thinks it was a stupid comment, but that I should work it out. Mom is on my side, regardless of my decision. But I'm thinking about leaving for a few days at least, maybe a separation. But I honestly just want some reassurance if that's what's best here. So, and to be specific, which Obi just clarified, the like packing up and leaving is just to like get some space for a few days.
Yeah, it's
and
not
then,
leaving the relationship forever.
But she did say maybe a separation.
Yeah.
So I think she's considering leaving.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
Do you think that's too hasty? Because it seems like your face is saying too hasty.
Yeah, I think it's too hasty. Again, this is not to belittle what the husband is doing here, which is really bad.
No, it is
I
wrong.
believe.
Absolutely,
and honestly, I don't know if this is worse, but what makes it 10 times worse is his attitude towards it after the fact and after getting like
he
hot.
still thinks it's a simple comment, and that's not a good place to start.
He's not acknowledging your feelings and validating like why you would be hurt. He's not taking accountability because he's like, stop punishing me, like I said sorry, babe, like. But I also don't know that
he just takes advantage of all the women in his life. Like he expects them all to cook for him and then is, mad.
Is this a pattern? Mr. OP's husband?
Yeah.
For now? Well, we got some relevant comments and we might find out. OP on if this was a one-off situation.
Ooh. We literally might find out.
We might find out. OP says it's a one-off and it's so insanely weird coming from him. He's never been that type of person at all. I can't remember a single time he said something negative about me to myself. Never mind to someone else. He hasn't been suspicious with his phone behavior at all. He comes home on time, and if he's out with friends, I can pretty much confirm it. So I'm not sure. Maybe at most an emotional affair or a crush, but at the moment, I don't think he's cheating. I honestly just feel really hurt. So it seems like OP's being pretty level-headed.
OP says one-off situation. However, if this has been going on for a while, is it really a one-off situation?
Good point. Red flag on the frickin' play right there because
Trisha D says this was not the only time he insulted her. This was just the only time he got caught.
Yeah,
she just so happened to be butt dialed.
And he said he started. Oh, I wonder how long that was. I think I want to say it was at least like a few weeks or maybe like a few months. That he wasn't eating her lunch.
Yeah.
And like he could have completely fabricated that. Turkish food stand.
Yeah,
like
I'm a liar about that Turkish food stand.
Liar.
Turkish food stand might not even exist.
But OP also responds on the point of if her husband can cook or not. OP, he can barely cook. Make a sandwich, my guy.
Come on.
It's pretty easy.
Yeah.
So it'd be more of a punishment for me, to be honest. What does that mean?
For him to cook for me.
Right, that makes sense. I've been making him cook for himself since this happened, and he's been miserable. Definitely agree with the a-hole coworker, though. No clue why she had the audacity to try to bring me up like that. I didn't know. Yeah, he's apologized, but I'm still pretty hurt over it. A whack apology, I would say.
Yeah, bad apology.
Cooking for 15 years just to have him badmouth me sucks. Ideally, I wanted him to cut ties with that coworker of his too for bringing me up. He won't mention much of her, but I feel like she's just as bad too. I'm also pretty annoyed he lied to me for a month about the fact that I was eating lunch with the coworker, her lunch too. So there we go. There's the time frame. I don't see why he would. Blue Eagle 23 says, has he ever agreed to stop having lunch with her? Even if she is not hoping to get with him, she is certainly not a supporter of your relationship. OP said, he said that he'll stop having lunch with her and apparently has done since that happened, although I have no way of proving this. The Taco Life says, if he's not cheating on you with his much younger coworker, he wants to / is trying to. Man, my vajayjay would dry up and blow away in a puff of dust over such classic creepy older dude behavior.
That's not true.
That's right. From wop to womp womp womp. You're not overreacting, you're underreacting.
Oh, that's good.
Thank you. I'm on a roll this episode. Yeah. Opie said, I absolutely feel like I'm drying up already. It's like everything I found attractive in him has gone. He's just so plain to me now. This is massive ick.
Yeah.
And I hate the usage. I hate like the term ick in terms of like people are like, oh, he folds his socks this way. Ick.
Yeah.
Or he drinks from a straw. Ick.
Oh, that's stupid.
Exactly. I feel like, and you know, it's jokes. Like most of those are like people making jokes. But like this is an actual ick.
Yeah.
An actual
no,
ick.
seeing someone behave badly. Ick.
like just like badmouth you to someone, like it. I don't know. It really does make you question the relationship.
Yeah, like if someone's like rude to a waiter, ick.
Very true. Issa username 29 says, yeah, honestly, I'd probably leave for at least a couple of days too. Overhearing something like that would piss me off. Has he been weird with his phone or any other communication devices? OP says, absolutely nothing. No change of behavior either. He hasn't been cagey or weird. He lets me use his phone whenever. Before all of this had happened, he's been completely normal. So we do have a update coming up here.
But I believe it is time for the changing of the guard.
Wow. It's
I
over.
must leave you.
Bye, so say everyone say bye, Sophia. Bye. Okay, bye. Adios, amiga. Okay. But you know who we have? The one, the only, the golden man himself. The Midas touch of rules. Samuel.
Hello.
All right.
As you may now know me, I am Sophia with a shaved head.
That's true. A tight haircut. Looking great, by the way.
Thanks.
Your hair game has been very good as of recent.
Was it really that bad?
No, but
Was
it's
my
much
mom
better.
Right that my hair looked like a
No, they were
rouse?
hating too hard, but it is much better. But it is
Honestly, the one that you had yesterday was not a fan of. But
really?
Right now,
I completely
the one
disagree.
where it was like,
all slicked back.
Well, so first it was slicked back, but then the
and then
like gel dissipated.
Real.
Exact. Well, that's like it's like setting in. You know what I mean? That was great.
Thanks, y'all.
That was a top 10 Sam cut in my opinion.
All right. Well, I live for your approval. So I
and I live to look at you. We were talking about Sam's muscle mass in the car yesterday.
Oh,
Going to
wow.
the gym.
We were on the way to the
Yeah,
gym.
dude.
We were like,
appreciating
God, how
his
can we just
body.
get to look like him? He don't even work out.
I literally run and surf every day.
But like lifting weights, dude, he don't do that, and he's still jacked.
But surfing is an exercise.
Yeah, but you don't lift weights, but you're still jacked. That's the thing that blows
But
my mind.
if you work
you're doing
out
straight
like
cardio.
It's not. I would absolutely say it's working out, but it's not.
It's
as
not
targeted.
muscle. Yeah,
it's not targeted for
fair,
muscle
fair,
groups.
fair.
And he has impressive muscle mass for not doing targeted work on that,
For being a little boy who doesn't hit the gym.
Sir, don't twist my words. I just said you're jacked, okay? Don't switch that around. But you know what I'm going to switch around is this TLDR on your face right now.
Thank
so
you.
Get ready for it.
3 days later.
Pretty sus. If I were to predict right now, I would say cheating.
Yeah, which OP like
Is
surprisingly
that
is like,
is that what I think it is?
it is.
Wow.
It's half.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Agree with this, Sam. The best way to get to a man's heart is through his stomach.
I actually completely disagree.
I don't know. I mean, like, I don't think I've ever been like, oh my God, I'm in love with this person because they cooked me a meal.
Literally never.
I've loved them beforehand.
Wow.
I
think it's because like where I was raised, women would cook for the men, and then it'd be like, oh, she's a darn good cook. That's what happened. Not saying that's just an old saying. It's an old saying.
Yeah.
An old saying.
True.
Yeah. Well, what was Riley's comment the other day? It was like,
Oh, gosh.
women
Okay.
over 6 foot are only good for the NBA, WNBA, and modeling.
I saw a comment, and this woman was like, I'm in tech, and I was like, I didn't know that was an option. But I just said if I was a woman that was over 6 foot, that's what I would do. But if you're in tech and you're over 6 foot, dude, good for you.
So
You
one
can
of our
code high, you know?
one of our episodes earlier today was Riley's just like most random takes possible, and today is Riley's
Most
most just to be
Oh
specific.
gosh, I love women. I'm just saying that's what it used
Yeah,
to
he
be, and
does.
that's what I was around. But
yeah.
I'm
And he
saying I agree
wishes
with
it
it.
still was.
I don't. No. I like to cook, dude. Do you not see my breakfast I make? I would like to cook that for my significant other every day. I'd cook it for you. You asked.
Yes. Tomorrow morning, I would love breakfast.
Okay, done. You want some?
Yeah, I'll take some.
All right, boom. Cooking breakfast for the boys tomorrow.
Let's go.
This is great.
I like how this.
Misogyny has never worked out so much in my favor. Wait,
No,
no,
for the men. Misogyny has never worked in my favor as much ever in life. Yay, misogyny! I'm the only one still clean. Heck yeah. Anyways, let's get into the story before I incriminate myself. All right, so update. I'm back. It's not a great update, but all of you deserve an update for all of the advice you gave me on my last post. He confirmed that he developed a crush on her.
Bro.
It's an emotional affair, at least, and that's not all I really need to hear. I sat him down and I had a heart-to-heart with him. Bottom line are these points. 1, if I hadn't heard what he said, he most likely would have continued flirting with her. He admitted this himself. 2, he liked the attention. She had badmouthed me previously. I didn't ask for examples, and he didn't shut it down because he liked it.
He's leaning into it. He's leaning into it,
which is crazy.
Well, I mean,
the whole thing is crazy.
He's a stinky man. So
he's a stinky man.
He's a stinky man.
It's like, are you really gonna like rub salt in the wound of like you're already, having this
affair?
Emotional affair. Thank you.
Yeah.
Are you really gonna like? You could just like at least segue out of that and not try to. But I guess if you're a stinky man, then you're just gonna stink up the whole place.
Yeah,
you're not gonna stink up one.
And
corner.
as Riley said, this woman cooked him a meal, and so he simply can't fall in. Like he couldn't help but fall in love.
He'll leave you if you can't cook. You're right, Riley. Yeah, that's what traditional things say.
Riley's treading water, y'all.
I think, you know what? Yeah, I actually think a way to a man's heart is through pecking.
Whoa.
Now that I can get behind. But I'm on fire this episode. Dude, this has been the most zingers per capita on any episode ever for me. So I'm going to keep the good times rolling.
Per capita.
Let's get to point number 3. She has been actively pursuing him for over 3 months now. He hadn't put a stop into it until I caught him. And finally, last point, the Saturday before last, she offered to give him a BJ during their lunch together.
Dude.
And I'm not...
Peanut butter and jelly?
I'm not talking the warehouse, ladies and gentlemen. Or the steakhouse. He declined, but he told me that he let her feel his muscles over his clothes.
Dang, dude. I can't believe he thinks he's a muscle.
Riley says, is it not?
Is it not?
Oh my goodness gracious. The only reason he said all of this effing crap was because I was all sweet. And I said, I promise, tell me the full truth and we can move on. I'll forgive you. I just want to know. Right. F that.
The old bait and switch.
Gotcha, sucker. Not
Jesse says Sophia's been gone for 10 minutes and we're already on pegging.
Yeah. Boys stream. Anyways, he is packing his bags. This is my house. And it will be treated as such. I really don't care anymore. If he's seriously deluded himself into thinking this is going to last, he can crack on. Get out of here.
Wait, is OP from a different country? Crack on?
Probably.
Crack on feels like British.
That feels
British
feels
to me.
Not American. I am genuinely so angry more than anything. I did everything for him. I make double what he does, so I paid all the bills while he used his money for fun stuff. When we met, he had crippling CPTSD and body dysmorphia. I did effing everything to help him get over it. I dealt with his night terrors every bloody night, despite it ruining my sleep.
Every night?
That's insane.
That's too much.
That's a lot. We had a story where someone had night terrors and they had their partner ultimately
leave,
address that.
Oh, address
and
it.
Get it fixed. Yes.
Address it by divorcing.
No.
Oh.
I reassured him constantly despite not getting it back. All of it without a bloody complaint. You love someone so much just for them to throw you away so easily. He cried, had a panic attack that I had to calm him down from, and now he is taking his time packing. He keeps stopping to come into the living room to ask for a hug. I can't even express how disgusted I feel. Like I physically can't look at him anymore.
Oh.
There was no need. If he was unhappy, he should have told me. I don't know why the heck he even felt the need to get some validation from this girl, but sure, whatever. He kept saying he doesn't know why he did it, but of course he knows. He's just too much a coward to tell me. What
is it? He's not in love with her anymore?
Oh, that's a good question. Yeah, I guess
I don't like what. Of course he knows what. What is the thing he knows?
I think maybe she's hinting at that he's like looking elsewhere. He's, you know, maybe getting bored of her either like sexually or that and
he was too much of a coward to say like those things, and so he took the easy way out by just cheating.
I want a new piece of egg.
Yeah. Something I heard this quote. I read this quote actually the other day, and it was, all other values stem from courage. And it's like, to exercise any value to a degree that you need courage to start. And like, if he's going to be honest, you have to have courage. Courage requires honesty, and he doesn't have any courage.
That's true. He did admit to getting offered to BJ though.
That takes courage.
My man's got cojones, and they're still full.
It's a little too late. You know, you got to be courageous before she says, "Oh, everything." Like, actually, that's not courage, because she said, "Oh, don't worry, everything will be all right." It doesn't take courage. There's no risk there.
She's like, "Here's the get out of jail free card. Yeah. Go." That's totally right. Well, whatever. It's done now. He's leaving. His family is back in Germany, so F knows who he's staying with. Probably her, but I'm washing my hands of him. Thank you for all the advice you gave me on the last post. So many great ideas that I didn't even end up needing to use because he just downright admitted it all to me. Now we have some relevant comments here. Okay. So we do have a big, thick update still after that, or a decent sized update, but let's pause really quick here. So to be clear, there was like super heavy emotional cheating here. He said like, oh, she offered to give him a BJ, but he's like, oh, you can like feel my muscles or whatever. Okay. But he
it's so weird.
I know, it's this guy. He did ultimately.
Wait, John, when you get super ripped, will you let me feel your muscles?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, dude. I'm trying to get that water weight.
Ooh. Mm-hmm. Dude, you should start taking creatine. You gonna take creatine?
We started last night.
Actually, you started taking creatine last night?
Yes.
Dude, have you taken creatine before?
Never in my life.
Bro, you're gonna get swole.
Dude, I'm so excited.
You have to drink a lot of water though. You know that, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yes.
Like a lot of water. Like you need to drink like a gallon a day. Like a lot. Like a lot.
Bet.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was that much.
It's a ton.
Good to know. There we go. But yes, back to OP. He didn't actually like technically cross the full like it was like as far as emotional cheating as you can go.
Yeah. But Blue Alky 12 says, you know, he accepted that BJ. Like, are we having a little bit of trickle truth?
Yeah. I think you're totally right.
I mean, I don't think we know for sure.
We don't know for sure, but we can
infer for sure.
And you can say like, look, at the end of the day, not only did he break the trust, like honestly, if he had gone and hooked up with someone on a one-off occurrence, totally separate, and not like developed this emotional affair with trash talking his wife.
Yeah, the trash talking the wife is pretty whack.
That honestly is I feel worse than running off.
So you would rather your partner fully cheat on you than talk bad about your sandwiches?
I don't know if I would say that. But
what would you say?
What would I say? What's worse?
Yeah. Sorry, you got two choices. You got two choices. All right. Either your partner fully cheats on you, one night stand over, right? Or she has this friend at work that's much younger than you.
He's a baby. Okay. Yeah. He's literally a toddler.
And
not actually. That
you lose. That was a check and mate right there.
That was a check and mate on my own himself. Anyways, please continue.
This friend from work is like feeling up your girlfriend but just her arms and talking crap about your podcast. I don't know. Like what?
Oh. Now
which
it's
one
all
do you
bets
choose?
off. I feel like if it was like I'm really trying to think here.
And it's like a long-term crush.
Yeah, like
Duchess
I think.
Cassandra says Sam's terrible scenarios.
Yeah, exactly. This one
Torturing John.
This might take the cake here. But I think if you've developed this like deep emotional thing versus like someone's like, oh, there was this one time thing, like they're both terrible.
No, it's like 50-50.
I think.
So which one do you choose?
Wow. I think the emotional, the long-term emotional affair.
Long-term emotional affair
I think
would
so.
hurt more to you than a one-night stand.
It's not much more because the one-night stand is really bad, but I think it is like
It is
a bit
hecka
more.
split right now.
Yeah.
Ethereal says, I hate both of these options. Kamsa
Yeah,
says,
they're
I'm
so
conflicted
terrible.
with this vote.
So awful.
Wow. What I think I would
Seems
probably
crazy.
choose one-night stand. I think I'm in your boat.
Get it over
Yeah.
with. Rip it off like a
Yeah,
Band-Aid.
yeah. Rip it off because it's like coworker feeling up your significant other over like 3 months. That's like, I think that's harder to remove than a one-night stand in terms of from like the context of the relationship, because that is emotions built up over time versus one-night stand is like maybe just one mistake.
Yeah, and it's like in terms of like rebuilding the trust, I feel that the coworker like emotional
Yeah.
cheating
Because it's a lot
Very
more bad decisions. Like that, the one night stand is one really bad. Well, I guess there's multiple decisions that lead to it, but it's one day of bad decisions or one night of bad decisions. Whereas coworker feeling up your significant other
days.
is 90 days.
It was 3 months.
And
90
as we
days.
know, like you could get married in 90 days.
You can get married in less.
You could go to Vegas right now without two of your other co-hosts and get married.
That is true.
Dang. Oh.
We're not going to see the
Dang.
end of it, Riley.
No, we're not.
How does it feel, boys?
Feels great. Sophia was ragging on Riley earlier because he wanted to go on a solo camping trip.
Oh my gosh, not another one. Do you
I
guys want to?
thought-
Do you guys want to go camping with me? And
I think it's
My
totally
girlfriend?
fine to go
Yeah.
camping solo.
I was gonna go with my girlfriend.
Or you
Oh.
can go with your
Yeah,
girlfriend.
totally.
Yeah.
Okay,
I don't
What-
force John to invite me to every movie night that he and Naima go to,
that's nice.
but I should.
You should.
You actually do have to come. You both need to come see our new team.
Yeah,
It's
I
as
have.
big as
I
our
have
wall.
not. I have not, and I would
And our
like
new
to.
couch.
Wait, have you not seen the new sectional, Sam?
No,
Dude.
What?
no, I haven't been
Bro.
over.
Is that even your co-host, John?
Yes, it is my co-host. They're both pretty new. But anyways,
Wow,
Is that the end of that story?
No, we have a long update.
we have a long update, so let's freaking get into it.
Another update.
Yeah, there is. So I can post another update on the relationship sub. I didn't know if people would see it. I just made an edit on myself to another post. Some crap went down, but I'm okay. Yesterday night, my soon-to-be ex contacted me. A lot of people told me to delete my recent update made of the post. It honestly slipped my mind that he could be reading it too. He said that he was a bit hurt, that I think he would go for alimony, but he understands given everything. He told me that he wasn't going to, but if he needed a sign of something to prove, he would. I said, given everything that's happened, he can't blame me for being on alert. He said that he's quit his job and that he's thinking about returning to Germany to be with his family there. Additionally, he says he's cut contact with that coworker. Okay, so he's quit the job, meaning like he's like fully severed ties. He's not even working at the company where that.
Yeah, he's very much trying to make things right by completely cutting off contact.
Also, could you imagine he like quits his job, can't get another job, and he's still on his own? Yeah, get effed. He apologized again and wished me the best. Right. And that would have been just fine by itself. But I woke up at about 2:15 a.m. last night needing a wee, and I saw my Ring doorbell going off. I have footage of him just standing outside of my house talking to himself.
Wait, so they broke up.
They've broken up.
They've broken up, and he still, to prove to her something, he's like, I'm going to quit the job.
Yes. Calls her, tells her that, and wishes her the best. So it's like, actually, not a terrible scenario in that specific instance of He's calling her to tell her like, hey, I quit the job. I'm totally cutting ties and I wish you the best.
Yeah.
Honestly, that is a stand-up move.
Yeah.
However, literally he got there at 1 a.m.-ish, knocked and sat down on my front steps and just started talking. I slept through it and only woke up because I needed to go to the bathroom. I literally sat in my closet for ages just watching the camera, not knowing what to do until he left at 3 a.m. So he showed up at around 1 a.m., rings the doorbell, sits there talking to himself until 3 a.m.
What is he saying to himself?
That is a great question. I didn't take the BJ. I didn't take the BJ.
I swear. Oh, dude, that's. I hope he's okay. Like, it seems like he's having a mental break.
Yeah, this is bad. He's probably going to read this too, but I'm somewhere safe. I just can't tell you all for obvious reasons. He sent me a message saying he can't lose me, that I'm the love of his life. I told him to F off and blocked him. I really can't say much, but I am taking action. Absolutely don't worry about that little prick. Just a possible update. It's a bit risky to tell you what's happening now that it's gotten a bit crappier, just in case it gets back to him.
So this is a developing situation, and OP's worried that he's going to see this.
Yeah.
This is getting weird. This is getting weirder. Like, I thought it was going to be a cut and dry case, but this is like, he's like, I don't know. Catherine Snyder. That's some freaky shiz. Yeah, I'm a little freaked out.
I think a possible psychotic break is a great point. And
yeah, I mean, we have no idea. Like a psychotic break is like a lot of like clinical baggage with that term, but he's definitely not right of mind.
Yes,
right
it's cause for, it's honestly, who knows exactly what's happening, but there's like cause for possible major concern here. Maybe even like alerting authorities,
not someone, definitely,
or just someone, a mental health hotline, the family, something like that. And that is the end of the story.
That's it,
Benito.
Dude, that's literally ending a story. That's like ending a horror movie where the killer's at your door and it's like trying to break in and then not telling me the resolution.
But we have Kitty
Renee.
She is going to call in and give her thoughts on it.
Oh,
let's freaking go. Hello?
Kitty.
Hey, Kitty. Is it Kitty Renee, by the way? Yes. Okay. Awesome. So first question for you. Let's say you were plopped in this exact same scenario. And just a reminder, the husband had this kind of like 3-month emotional affair, was eating the coworker's lunch every day, trash talking you in this scenario. What would you do with your partner? How would you react?
So I actually have been in this scenario.
Oh!
Really? Tell us more.
I'm petty. I got really good at cooking and made him fat. So
Kitty, genius.
That was my response to it.
What did you make him?
Well, he loves pasta, and I actually it's my own personal recipe. It's a chicken white sauce pasta.
Ooh.
Wow.
Ooh.
So it was like you got him fat so he would never be able to emotionally cheat again because no one would find him like attractive?
Yes.
What? Are you still together?
Yes, we have been together for 16 years and we're celebrating 10 years married in December.
Wow.
Congrats.
Okay, so actually that's actually very interesting because this went in, I feel like, the complete opposite path. Did he end up being like more apologetic and like understanding of what he did wrong?
Yeah. Like, how did you get through it?
Yeah. How'd you get through it?
Well, we've known each other since we were 12, so we have a lot of history.
Would you agree with Sam's?
There's a lot of history.
Would you agree with Sam's golden rule that time made it so that way you could last and weather through the storm?
Surprisingly, yes. Sam's golden rules actually hold fairly true.
He's very happy right now.
My goodness, I love the pettiness. It's so funny. I'm dying.
But yes, Riley, I heard your question. I will send you, I have a picture of my recipe card. I'll send it to you.
Oh my goodness. Thank you. Wait, put it in the Discord, please.
Yep, and I'll cook it for Sam and John every night.
Can we call it revenge fettuccine or something?
Recipes that I can post in there. So if anyone's interested in them, please take them.
Yes, please do.
Let's
Providing for the community.
Let's freaking go. And could I ask, what advice would you give OP in this scenario if you were able to kind of like sit down with her?
So if I didn't have the history that I do with my husband and know him as a person and how to move on from that, I would have split too.
So
just because the fact that you don't, my husband took accountability. He realized what he did wrong. He realized where he messed up. And he sought to change things. The husband only realized what he was doing wrong after he got caught. My husband came to me and told me what was going on.
Which
because
is a very
he realized
situation.
he stepped into an emotional affair.
Yeah, he came to you and he like took accountability for it. And I'm guessing kind of did he work after that to kind of like build your trust back?
He did.
Great. Okay.
So there's a difference there.
Got you. So wow, being in the same scenario, you would still advise OP to split. That really interesting perspective given you're in the exact same scenario.
Exactly. I feel like if there's anyone that I would trust, it would be you.
Our resident expert.
Another question. How much did he like roughly weigh before you started cooking this? How much did he weigh after?
He weighed roughly 170, 180 pounds, but he's also 5'9".
Oh.
So it balanced out pretty well. And he weighs around 250 now. So
you got him, girl.
You got him,
girl.
You got.
Let's freaking go. Well, wow, Kitty, thank you for calling in with just a banger of a personal story. My God.
Yeah, not a problem. I love watching your guys' show, and you honestly are my daily dose of serotonin. I love you guys so much.
We
love
are here for you.
too.
We love you back. Thanks so much for chatting with us, Kitty.
All right, see you, Kitty.
Chat with you
Bye,
soon.
Kitty.
Bye. Wow. Incredible. Wow.
Bro, I'm dying.
Dude, Kitty crushed it.
W for Kitty.
Dude, W's in the chat for Kitty. What an incredible
W's
call
in the
just
chat
now.
for Kitty. That
Oh
is
my
amazing.
God.
Take back the breakfast thing. I'm cooking you whatever she sends me.
Oh man, is that the end of the episode?
Yeah, that's the end of the episode.
Oh man.
Wow. There you go.
You want to do the honors, John?
Yes. If you love us, make sure to subscribe.
We love you and see you tomorrow.